Winter has arrived here in Indiana, and that typically means it's time to change up the way I cook outdoors to minimize my personal exposure to the cold. Today we're testing the ChefsTemp S1 and Breezo fan to see if these tools can turn my large sapphire platinum Kamado into a smart charcoal grill, keeping me warm and toasty inside as much as possible during a long cook. I'm David Gafford, and I test more than 70 different outdoor cooking appliances and products per year to help you make educated buying decisions. Now, one of the best flavors in barbecue comes through using a charcoal smoker, but it is admittedly more work than using a pellet smoker. Now, I confess, during the winter months, I typically lean more on my pellet grills because I don't want to go out in the cold more than necessary. But is the ChefsTemp S1 and Breezo fan the solution I've been needing all along to keep me using my charcoal smoker year-round? Let's find out. Let me show you what comes in the box with the ChefsTemp ProTemp S1. You can see inside that we have two things. First thing is going to be a USB-C charging cable. And then second, you have the S1 itself along with the mount. And as you can see, you just go ahead and take this off like such. And then you have the mount for the grill, and you have the actual smart thermometer system itself. And while we're here, we'll also unbox the Breezo. You can see that there are three things inside the box. There's really four. One's hidden magnetically, but let me show you what they are. First is our AC adapter. Then we have our USB-C plug, another USB-C plug. Then we have the Breezo fan itself. We also have the spring adapter that helps us keep tension against whatever we've installed this in. And if you look right here, you can see that magnetically, this is the fan controller limiter that allows you to set how much air you want to let in and how much air you don't with this little magnetic piece that sits on the side. Last but not least, we also have these metal plates and a little bit of metallic tape to help us be able to connect this to the different grills that we're going to use. You'll usually find these in use with Kamado style grills, and you'll find this in use when you don't have a perfect fit and you need to limit the air intake. We'll show you more about that in just a second, but know that two of these come in the box. So there's one that's larger slightly than the other and some tape to help you fill any gaps that you can't cover. So now let's go get this installed on the cooker. We went outside and we realized we still have to pair this device. It's 12 degrees here in Indiana today, so we don't want to do this outside. We came back in the studio and we're going to pair it in here, then we'll go set it up. I have screen recording enabled on my phone so you can see what's going on, but here we are in the ChefsTemp app. I'm going to hit Add Devices, and then it says choose the product. We have the ProTemp S1. I'll hit that button. It says turn on the base, so I'm going to go ahead and hold power. I've activated the base here, and then it says next. Hold and press and hold the opposite side button until the screen displays C1 to activate Bluetooth. It's this button right here. C1 to activate Bluetooth. Hit next. It says searching for nearby devices. Successfully connected. Cool. Now we need to connect Wi-Fi to ProTemp, and it's asking for my Wi-Fi password. We'll hit next. It's connecting the Wi-Fi to the ProTemp, and it says we are successfully connected. We can hit start cooking, and then we have it set up in the app. Everything's looking great. All right, so we're fully set up on the ProTemp. We're gonna go ahead and head outside, get this installed on the grill so we're ready for an early morning cook. If you want to check out any of these products, there are links in the description below. Pricing is always changing. To see the current pricing, just click on the link in the description. And right now, for a limited time, you can save 20% with the code BBQLab20. Here we are at the Kamado. This is the Sapphire Kamado, and we're going to go ahead and swap out this thermometer with this base unit. So all we need to do is open this up, and we need to get inside here, undo this thermometer. Now make sure you put all those parts back on in case you ever want to use that again, which I know we will. And then we're going to go ahead and take this and put it in our slot here in the top of the grill. And then we'll stick the washer on first, the wing nut on second, Nothing like struggling with a wing nut out in 12-degree weather at night. There we go. Okay, nice and snug. And then our thermometer just snaps in. I want to point out that it's already reading the ambient temperature inside the grill because this is turned on. It continues to get lower and lower because it is wicked cold outside. But now we're going to go ahead and get our fan installed. So we're going to go down here and put the Breezo fan in the air intake next. There are two plates that you can use to be able to put this in your Kamado or your grill. There's a larger one and a smaller one. Looking at the size, this smaller one's the one that we want for this one. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. One way is you stick it in here and you just kind of bend it so it fits in. Another way would be to take these all the way out of your grill to slide it in. I'm going to go ahead and slide it in from the side over here. Like that. Then I can go ahead and butt it up with this. And there we have our air intake installed. All right, I have the Breezo fan. You can see we have our clips that we want to get installed in here. In order to do that, we have to get our clip in, and then get our second clip in, and then our third. And then it'll hold strong and hold tight. In the process, I went ahead and took off the magnetic limiter. Go ahead and stick the magnetic limiter on back right there. And I'm going to go ahead and set it to barely open because I know I want to run low and slow tomorrow. I think that's all the air intake I need. But we are installed and ready for tomorrow's cook. We'll see you in the morning. In just a second, I'm going to get a couple of chuck roasts prepped and on the Sapphire Kamado. But first, I want to pass a question off to you. What grill or smoker do you already have that could use this technology to become a smart grill? Do you have a Kamado, a kettle, maybe a drum or an offset that could utilize this upgrade? Tell us about it in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. All right, it is 7 o'clock the next morning. It is 9 degrees outside is what it feels like according to the Weather Channel. And we're gonna go ahead and fire up this pit. As you can see, nice and cold. I'm gonna go ahead and use a couple tumbleweed fire starters, and I'm gonna put them both in the exact same spot. So I wanna go ahead and I'm gonna start it right back here underneath this. Now we're gonna go ahead and use a lighter and get us started. I'm gonna go ahead and put our deflectors in. I'm gonna go ahead and open up our exhaust, and now it's time to power on the ChefsTemp. We're gonna go ahead and let the Breezo fan do the work to bring this up to temperature. So let's go ahead and get the app out. All right. I have the app out. We're going to go ahead and do a screen recording so you can see it, but let's set our temperature. Our smart fan setting currently says 302 degrees. I want our fan to run right around 250 today. There we go, 250, and that is set. The fan is set to 250. I'm going to go ahead and set the low and the high alarms now. For the low alarm, I'm going to go ahead and choose about 175. That'll let us know if we are off or if we've lost charcoal. In our high alarm, I'm going to go ahead and turn this up to, let's say 325. That's going to give us about 75 degrees over what we're set. So we have a low alarm of 175 and a high alarm of 325 with our set temperature of 250 degrees. So we should be set. We're going to let the Breezo fan bring the grill up to temperature, and we're going to go inside and season the meat. We're going to go ahead and cook 2 chuck roasts today, one for us for dinner and one for our tribe. We're going to go ahead and season it with our essential equation. And we love cooking 2 or 3 whenever we have an opportunity because we can help take care of those involved in our lives that are going through it. Whether we have someone who has someone in the hospital, whether it's a wedding, whether it might be a move that they're doing, whatever it might be, we want to be able to help take care of them, take them a meal, and this is one of the easiest ways to do it. I'm already firing up the grill, so might as well go ahead and do a little bit extra. We can freeze this, vacuum seal it, deliver it to them whenever they need it. But we have both of these seasoned up, and we're going to put them back on the pit. ChefsTemp has 2 different sizes of wireless probes, and we're going to use them both in this cook. We have the larger size and a slightly smaller size. And what I'm going to do for the larger one, I'm going to go ahead and go in from the end of the roast, get it all the way in past that insertion line, and that's good to go. Now for this one, I could go in here, but I'd only be measuring about right there. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and go in from the top, and I'll use that as the way that we do that one. So these are ready to go on the pit. Let's take them outside. I was able to add these really easily to sync with the app. I went ahead and took my phone outside to the S1 with the probes, and I was able to hit add probe. And when I did that, these probes popped up as available. And when I went ahead and clicked add, it added them to the S1, and we were good to go. You can see that the S1 has us sitting right at 246. We've been hovering between 246 and 255. So we're right where we want to be. It's time to go ahead and put these roasts on the pit. So we're going to go ahead and start with this one. We'll put it right here, and this one right there, and we are set to go. We're going to go ahead and let the ChefsTemp S1 and the Breezo fan do all of the work so we can go inside and not be out in the freezing cold. It's time to go ahead and set up our cook on the app. So I'm going to go ahead and click set up cook, and I'm going to go ahead and go to beef because we're cooking a chuck roast. I know that's a roast. And when I look at the roasts, I see tenderloin, brisket, prime rib, round, tri-tip, and shank, none of which we are cooking. We're cooking a chuck roast. So I'm going to go in and say custom cook. And I want to know when our internal temp hits about 165 because that's when I want to wrap. So 165 is what I'm going for. And it's telling me, hey, you know, you probably don't want to do this. You want to go for a ChefsTemp recommended, but I don't want that. I want to go ahead and hit start cook at 165. Then I'll go into my other probe, do the exact same thing, set it up, and I'm going to go with custom cook, 165, set that, and hit start cook. Now, both of our probes are set up with a custom target of 165 degrees, and our ChefsTemp S1 is set to 250 with alarms high and low. I think we're fully ready for a day of staying inside while the cook is handled outside. We got notifications in the app that both of our chuck roasts have hit that 165 degree internal temperature. And you can see here on the screen recording next to me what that looks like when you get that alert. All that's left now is to wrap this and let it braise. Both of our chuck roasts have gotten to the 165 degree internal, and it's time to go ahead and get these in a braise to finish off the rest of the cook. This is what they look like on the grill right now. We have our beef broth in a half sheet pan over here. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can nestle these guys in here and let them finish the cook braising. We just got them to fit in that half pan. We're gonna go ahead and cover with some foil, and we're gonna let steam take us the rest of the way. Looks like our thermometer punctured through, so I guess we're gonna double wrap. And back onto the grill until we hit that internal of over 200 degrees. All right, we've hit our 165 internal, we've wrapped things. Now it's time to change this in the app to our 203 degree alert where it's time to take this off to rest. So I'm gonna go ahead and say remove from heat, but what I want to do is I wanna go ahead and change this, and it's saying ready, but I'm gonna tap to set up cook. I'm gonna go back to custom cook. I wanna go all the way up to 203 degrees, and I'm gonna hit start cook. The same thing with the other thermometer. I'm going to go ahead and hit remove from heat. It's going to say ready, but I want to set up another cook, custom cook at 203. And now you can see both of our thermometers are set to 203 degrees internal temperature. Our grill's still running a little hot. We're at 302 degrees. I've shut the exhaust down almost all the way and the intake down almost all the way. We'll see if we can get that a little bit more under control. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want more videos just like this. We have gotten the alerts that our chuck roasts are both up to temperature. One of them is running a little bit above 203, so we should be pretty good to go. So let's go ahead and pull this out, check it, and see what temperature we're really reading inside. We'll double check with our instant read. All right, there's what our chuck roasts look like. Let's check our internal doneness. 204. That one's reading 211 up there. 210. 210. We are definitely done. So we're going to go ahead and take this, put it in our warming drawer, and let it rest for a couple hours before we have dinner. But we have a chuck roast, so we didn't have to be out here the entire day in this 12-degree temperature outside and get it done, thanks to the Breezo fan and the new S1. So we didn't get much video at dinner because the family was rushing around between rehearsals, taekwondo, and everything else. But I can tell you that we got an amazing smoke ring on this chuck roast, and it just melted in our mouths. It's easily one of the best chuck roasts that I've ever cooked, and it was also one of the easiest. 10 points to Chef's Temp for helping me stay warm while producing a delicious dinner. One more thing I also wanted to bring up here is that you can also use this for hot and fast cooks. After we pulled off the chuck roast, we went ahead and decided to do some chicken wings, and that thermometer worked perfectly. No issues getting up to high temperatures with this unit. Here are a few things we learned while working with the S1 and the Breezo fan that I wanted to pass along to you. We had a continual creeping up of the temperature on the Sapphire Platinum Kamado, and after a call to the Chef's Temp tech support line, they suggested that we leave the exhaust less than a third of the way open while completely closing off the magnetic plastic air limiter on the Breezo fan. Now, I had it closed down to just one notch open, but apparently you can run it completely closed off, and that's really the secret to holding lower temperatures. I think that the advantage of the S1 is that you have a wire-free temperature solution that gives you both a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connection from a not-so-smart grill. I get to monitor my temperatures from the warmth of the inside, or in the summer, the cool of the inside when it's in the heat of the day. I can set alerts to help me go about my business without having to be obsessed over what's happening outside of the grill. Now that's a win for me. Even though I work with grills and other appliances for a living, I have a lot to do that's not standing outside by the grill. This allows me the remote monitoring I need for many of the grills that aren't Wi-Fi equipped. If you're interested in the S1 or the Breezo fan, you can save 20% with the code BBQLab20. We'd like to thank Chef's Temp for making this video possible. I'm David Gafford with the Barbecue Lab, and behind the camera is my lovely wife, Melissa, and we can't wait to see you on the next one.